Welcome back everyone, I am the Depressed Dior and this is Sengoku Gensokyo. Took a bit of a break to kind of rest my throat because, doing, 6 videos in one day, that's mostly, reading dialogue, does wonders to the throat. Technically it's still the same day, but it's later in the night now. But that's just me complaining. So, let's go ahead and continue this. One thing I didn't really mention about Yuka is, now I've played a little bit on hard mode, and then I learned my lesson. Yuka is, when I did it on hard mode and reached the point where you end up having to fight Yuka, she was level 40. So yeah, in hard difficulties, she has an even higher level lead, and she will destroy you with a smile on her face. So, let's go ahead and continue. The Scarlet Devil Mansion. Many humans and yokai refuse to get close to it for many reasons, such as having to travel across the misty lake, its association with blood, the pressurizing aura, and so on. Or so it should be, but since the Scarlet Mist incident, knowledge about the mansion had spread, and with the mistress throwing many parties, even humans with much courage have been known to visit the place. But the fact remained that it was the residence of many fearsome yokai and a vampire, so they normally did not receive many visitors. Guarding the gate against that lack of trespassers was the yokai Meiling. Phew, everything's normal today. Speaking of which, it's been all normal for a while now. It's rare, but something one really gets used to. Ever since the Scarlet Mist incident, which brought Ramu and Brissa to the gate, she had not needed to guard the gate from trespassers even once. Meiling's usual tension had become somewhat relaxed. This is bad, my reflexes will dull at this rate. When the body slacks, the mind will slack. Then my chi will slack as well. I must train myself. Having made her decision, Meiling launched herself into a Tai Chi Chuan dance-like move. The unique rhythm and breath control forced her chi further, allowing her to shake the ground with each step, and then... Please excuse me. A shiver ran down Meiling's spine as she heard someone's voice. She quickly surveyed the area, but could not find anyone around. Yet for just a moment she could sense its presence. It's heading towards the mansion. The feeling of the presence then vanished, leaving Meiling hurriedly looking around in vain. Then Meiling felt like the presence shot through her body, leaving her barely able to move. Ugh, no way! All Meiling could do was watch as the mysterious sensation vanished off into the distance. The great library within the Scarlet Devil Mansion. It was a massive labyrinth of books with no end in sight. The vast amount of knowledge sleeping within this library could not be absorbed in a single lifetime. It was at that location that the library's head, Patchouli Knowledge, was having an enjoyable conversation with the head of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, Vermilion Scarlet. Ah, warm. So warm. So warm. I heard you the first time. You're interrupting my reading time. My, you're treating me like a nuisance now, Patchy. How cruel of you. The library is a place for reading books. This place is not a summer resort. To make some ice and I'll be quiet. No, humidity is a book's worst enemy. My, the invincible vampire loses to heat, I see. As the two continue their idle conversation, the head maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, Sakuya Izudoi, approached them with a tray holding teacups, a teapot, and a bowl of ice. Being invincible isn't the same as having no senses. Both the heat and the cold are such pains. So do bring over that medicine of invincibility now, please. Sakuya placed the tray onto the table at Vermilia's urging, and proceeded to put several pieces of ice into the cups. The tea followed soon after, and Sakuya then placed the cups in front of Vermilia and Patchouli. Please have a drink as well, Lady Patchouli. It is merely a very normal cup of cardamom tea? That's very thoughtful of you, thank you. There's not enough iron in this. Wouldn't mine suffice? Don't bother, it's not like yours does anything for me. Such words wound me, milady. I've been keeping my body healthy especially for such a purpose. I seem to have cooled down thanks to you, Sakuya. It's just a placebo. Taking in something cold and it not having an effect would make it a fraud. Speaking of which, the mansion appears to have taken in a cold thing as well. Have you noticed it, milady? This kind of unearthly aura can only occur for 2 reasons: a certain weakling who can't control her own power, or someone who wants to stand out. Remy, my anti-trespasser barrier network isn't picking up anything. So whoever the person is has to be one who can ignore space itself when moving around. My, that brings to mind a certain someone. It has to me as well, a very certain someone. Shall we reveal who it is, Sakuya? I'm afraid I do not have any whips or crosses at the moment. It looks like we're on different pages then. How boring. Remy, maybe we should at least give her a decent opportunity. She won't know when to show herself otherwise. Humph, how troublesome. Alright, how about letting us see your face? That's a very kind offer. Amelia called her out, and the space near the table began to distort. Yukari Yakumo then emerged from the gap. She then sat on top of the gap, looking down on the other three. You need to go through the formal procedures in order to be granted an audience with the master here. My, I went in through the front gate, you know. Would you give me your full attention then? Honestly, what do we have a gatekeeper for? It's fine, her power is certainly nothing to sneeze at. I had given her orders to let through any people that she felt she could not handle. If she truly wanted to attack, she would be launching attacks indiscriminately from above. So, since you specifically came through the front door, that means you are broken in many more ways than one. Looks like some repairs are needed. That's too bad, my Shikigami never need to be mended. Neither does their controller. Whoops, I don't have much time here, so I'll get straight to the point. I already know what you're here for. It sounds rather interesting, so we'll do it. You've been informed about it already? Information is for the weaker beings to gather. I was informed as such during one of my elegant nighttime strolls. In other words, you overheard it, others talking about it. In that case, you knew about it as well, didn't you? And did I not tell you to make sure I hear about everything important? What kind of servant would bring trouble upon their master? In other words, please withdraw your consent. My, that would be disappointing. Sakuya, Pachi, please begin the preparations. I shall be taking the opportunity to have a grand old time. I predicted this would happen. That is why I did not want to say anything about it. It seems that Remy has been waiting forever for something like this. Form is everything to a proud vampire. If I refuse to reluctantly accept a proposal groveled to me so desperately, my prestige will not increase. You certainly look happy to be doing so. I'm glad we can get this settled quickly. The strongest army right now is led by Reimu, who's beaten you before. That should be enough of motivation. That does not matter in the slightest. Once I have decided to do something, that's all the motivation I need. Though it's quick to wilt away as well. That's why everyone needs to work at it, so it won't wilt. Yukari Yakumo, was it? As you have heard, I will go along with your plotting, so be thankful. I am truly honored. Well then, have a good day. With a tiny grin, Yukari disappeared back into the gap she was sitting atop. Alright, Sakuya, gather me the blood of good, law-abiding humans. Please don't make such unreasonable requests, milady. Things will get very annoying afterwards. How boring. Well, let's do this until Remy gets bored of it. I won't be getting bored of it, so make sure you do your best. Moderately. And so, the Scarlet Devil Mansion, led by Remilia Scarlet, into the fray, and added their territories to the map. Hello. Scarlet Devil Mansion. So, yeah, in this telling of the story, they tend to have a little bit more banter amongst the characters, as far as the Scarlet Devil Mansion is concerned. I don't really mind it too much. At least they don't make Meiling into, like, a entirely lazy person. Alright, what new items do we have? An agility pill. And I don't have enough money to buy it. I am so broke. Okay. Part of me wants to actually declare war on Remilia. Because picking up Vermilion in them is actually really, really useful. Which I'll point out later. But what do we have in the prison? Oh, that's right, we got a bunch of people in the prison, don't we? Let's go ahead and go through the people. We got Cerno, Diose, and Letty. Cerno, as you can see, their stats aren't too fantastic. Letty's probably the strongest of the bunch, but she's also not that fast. Cerno, Perfect Freeze, damages random enemies and may lower their speed. Diose, Teleport moves one ally to very far from a random enemy. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And Letty, it's Cold Arrival, decreased speed of everyone except the user. So, to be honest, we don't really need any of these three. But I'll go ahead and pick them up just to get the dialogue done. I think that'll be my intention. So let's go ahead and do that. Persuade. Question is who do I want to use? Alright, let's go ahead and use people from this group. What do you want? What are you pouting for? I'm not pouting, idiot. Fairies really aren't much different from little kids, I see. Are you treating me like an idiot? Nope, just your imagination. You're right, though. I am indeed an idiot. I'm here to ask you to join us after all. Eh? Of course you would. I am the strongest after all. Yes, yes, you are definitely the strongest. Since you need my help so badly, but I won't join just like that. I'm the strongest after all. Just like that. Is there something you want, then? Frogs. If I don't practice every day, my skills are going to get rusty. And it's real hard to bring them back to normal after, so make sure to get lots of them. She really is a kid. Okay, we now have Cerno. What do we need for you? Persuade. You don't seem happy. Obviously, it's not my season yet. That girl woke me up so suddenly, and thanks to her, I've ended up like this. It's all her fault. Hey, Ramu, why did you want to turn her into an ally again? I can't stand the cold, you know. Are you calling me cold? How rude. Not really. I meant to say, meant something else entirely. Complaining to me is no use anyway. It's nature who decides whether it's cold or not. I'm just a being that can live in naturally cold places. That still makes you my natural enemy. Don't you want to go back to sleep as soon as possible? Helping us would be in your best interest. We're the predominant army, after all. I suppose if I want to end this quickly, I'll have to lend you all a hand. Done and dusted. Hey, don't get too close to me, alright? I ain't got any winter clothing prepared. Then you should be the one avoiding me. Yay! The strongest goalie in the game. Oh, wait, wrong game. Alright, Diose. You need 7. And conveniently enough, I have 7. You probably aren't going to be very helpful, huh? What's with all of a sudden? How mean. Well, better to have more soldiers than less. I just said, what's with you all? She's a fairy, though. She'll probably be as helpful in war as she is in housekeeping. Hey, I'll have you know, fairies are really good at sweeping and stuff. You're getting mad at the wrong thing. Well, would you like to join our army? Never mind, just forget it. Army? Ah, you mean like when I was playing with Cerno? It's fine, don't get into something you don't want to. For our sakes. I'll do it. Oh well. I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. I can throw rocks from behind, or make pitfall traps. You're probably mistaken, but whatever. I don't really care enough to correct you. I wonder what prank I'll do next. Let's see. Maybe she'll be helpful. Maybe. Really, I don't find Diose very useful, but that's okay. And she has some decent res, that's about it. And besides, more people means more people to do, like, development and stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some attacking. Let's go ahead and take care of this first. Alright, Yuka, you can go mid. You need to be far, close, and far. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I guess I can take one more person. Let's take Shanghai Doll. So I'm just counterattacking just to clean things up a little bit. Alright, who goes next? Alright, Lanasa is pretty even level with us, but the minions aren't. Not a big deal. Insult, that took away all medicine's buffs. Not a big deal. Alright, can't attack any of you. Oh, thank you. Nice. That's right, keep attacking medicine. I mean, she's still taking damage, but she's debuffing them. Alright. Take care of you. Yep, not much to say about that. Now we're back to full defense, and got ourselves a affection bonus for Shanghai. That's perfect. And we made Silk withdrawal from the army. Not a big deal. Okay, and let's see if I can develop anything. Not really. Wow. I guess I can do... I guess I'm gonna attack twice. That is an option. Let's go ahead and do that then. Take Roydal with us. Alright. That should do it. Oh wow, generics. I was expecting a little bit more than this. You might notice I don't really use Marissa's Master Spark too often. For the most part, she's fast enough that she's better off just doing single focused attacks and not having to wait for the Master Spark to trigger. Because it generally goes rather slowly. Alright, who's going next? Okay, kill you. Wow. Okay, that takes care of that. And now you're poisoned. Pretty much got that for free. And we got ourselves a ghost prisoner. We don't really need them. But I'll take a look at their stats anyway. Yeah. Junk. In fact, I'll go ahead and release you. I don't need you. We don't really need these dolls either. You do have a limit of how many prisoners you can have, though it's very rare that you'll ever fill it up unless you just refuse to convert anyone. You got decent res, I'll keep you for now. Okay, we'll keep those people. Alright, turn in. Still far too inexperienced. Just a few days ago, the girl had sensed a strange presence while guarding the SDM's gate. It was actually Yukari Yakumo, but Meiling froze upon sensing her immense aura and was mourning her inaction. Can't keep going like this. If I let myself be frightened by something like that, I'll never be able to get anything done. I have to train more. Meiling used many types of martial arts, throwing her own body at the enemy without any magic support. This made her strong against frontal attacks, but spiritual powers from beings like Yukari were her weak point. It was good that the intruder then wasn't hostile, but if it was someone with evil intentions, I'll be scolded so badly by my lady. No, I should be glad if it was left as scolding. If that happened, she could fire me and I couldn't really complain. Her role as Remilia's gatekeeper was to function as a filter to prevent the rabble from wasting her time. She would take care of the smaller fry, and the stronger opponents would go through to face Remilia. Though even those tend to be eliminated by Sakia and Patchouli before they can get to her. Even though she was told to use her judgment and let those she felt she couldn't defeat through, Meiling still had her pride. At the very least, I have to avoid shaming myself like that again. Alright, no one's around, so time to practice. After a quick look around, Meiling took a deep breath and sat down and laid the back of both her feet in palms on the ground. She closed her eyes and felt the chi of the world of nature flow through her. Oh, hun. Her leg trembled as her fist flew out straight in front of her. The atmosphere of the deserted area was rocked by an echoing boom. She then felt the shock wave that left her fist strike down a tree. Phew. No matter how flashy it is, if it misses, it doesn't matter. And I can't use it in Danmaku battle either. Spellcard rules were created for battles which would normally take place at further distances than that shockwave could travel. No matter how powerful it was, it wouldn't be helpful if it couldn't be used. If only I could hit a distant opponent with a similar amount of chi. As she took another deep breath and relaxed her body, she spotted one of the mansion's maids trembling horribly. Ah, did I scare you? I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm here to relieve you. It's time for your break. Thanks. Take care of this place then. Meiling left the area to the maid and entered the compound through the gate. Her destination was the flower field that she took care of. The many flowers in bloom were like the embodiment of her chi. Ah, the smell of these flowers is great for clearing the head. I have to do even better to protect this field of flowers. Meiling tightened her fist and looked up at the sky, surrounded by the flowers swaying from the wind. Blossomberry. Okay, so they're attacking again. So undid my counterattack, but that's fine. Now, something to note: if you okay, I can't do anything right now. It seemed like a normal, peaceful day at the Hakure Shrine. The rays of sunlight from the scorching sun easily heated up all that wasn't covered from it. But certain people's minds were not able to accept the appearance of yet another seemingly normal day. Reimu and Marissa had been fidgeting and restless ever since they woke up. Hey, Reimu. What? I wanna, do that. It has been a while since we've made some noise and had some fun. Like that. Yeah, we haven't done that for a while. So let's... I don't think it's something to get so irritated over, but, well, why not? We need to relax a bit every now and then. Aren't you always relaxing? Oh, I'm very worried, especially about the cleaning up after. There was a certain corner of the shrine which was opened up for events like flower viewing in spring. Humans and yokai would come to that place, mingle with each other, drink, sing, and otherwise have fun. Reimu and Marissa spread out a mat in the shade of that area and carried over a bottle of sake in each hand. Even though it was past the middle of summer, the early afternoon sun was still very warm. Phew, my hair is heating up. It is? I ain't feeling it. Duh, you're wearing a hat. Now, let's drink to our heart's content, surrounded by the greenness of nature. That's some really good sake you brought. You always gotta prepare for times like these. Your bottle looks like real interesting too. Is that homemade plum sake? It's a vintage from decades ago. It's probably quite strong, so I wouldn't recommend drinking it here. So, it sounds like a challenge to me. I'll pour myself a cup. Whoa, it's starting to spill. You're as slovenly as an old geezer. Shut up. Down it goes. Gah. See? I told you. This is quality stuff. Mix it with some of this oni killing stuff here and... Do stop that. It's such a waste. A third voice interrupted the conversation. The voice belonged to Remilia. She was accompanied by Patchouli, the parasol holding Sakia, and the bag carrying Meiling. The Scarlet Devil Mansion was in full attendance. Hold on a second. What are you all doing here? And bringing things here at that? Oh, I know. It's a visit to the shrine to give thanks. Obviously not. Why would we bring all these things here if that were the case? Meiling? Yes. Phew, so heavy. Meiling placed the bag she was carrying in front of Reimu with a loud clink. Opening the bag and taking a quick peek inside revealed several bottles giving off the scent of alcohol. There's many kinds of exquisite wine there. Perfect for flower viewing. Milady, we are not in the season for that. It's more like wine tasting, indeed. This shade looks like it will protect you well, milady. The mat's laid down now. Hey, wait! Members of Scarlet Devil Mansion took up a position under the shade of a tree and set up their usual talkative way. They ignore Rainbow's call and continue unpacking the wine, glasses, and sweets and spread them out. Sakia, this wine is normal, isn't it? Yes, Meiling, and Lady Petrolia are present after all. You could have just added it to my glass alone. I do not believe it could be preserved outside the mansion. I prefer tea over alcohol anyway. Is it really okay for me to enjoy such high-class food and drinks? We brought them to be enjoyed, so do so to your fullest. I have brought cinnamon tea, especially for you as well, Lady Petrolia. It's going to get warm under the sun. Coldness in the stomach is like poison to the body. How about you two? Would you prefer tea or wine? Oh, we can have some? I've never drank something as rich as this before. Marissa, how can you treat this so casually? Ain't it fine? Drinking's more fun when there's more people to drink it with anyways. Now, what will you have, Reimu? There isn't blood in it, is there? As I have said, it is perfectly fine for normal people. If you think you can bribe me with this just this once, okay. Yeah, let's get this party started. In the end, everyone enjoyed the sake drinking party immensely. By the time the Scarlet Devil Mansion crew left, the sun had already fallen. Man, that was a ton of fun. They get to eat such amazing stuff every day. I'm kinda jealous. This place looks like a disaster. A festival is always followed by the cleanup. Mimia looked left and right at the messes it left everywhere inside. It's getting late, so I'll be heading back too. Oh no you don't, you're helping to clean up too. That event's actually somewhat important, though you don't know it yet. Alright. Can we get the agility pill now? Yes. Alright, let's take a look at her. Fine, just one pill is not exactly efficient, but I can live with it. The question is who do I want to give it to? I think I'll go ahead and hold on to it for right now, actually. So I technically guess I didn't really need to buy it. Alright. Do I actually want any of these characters with me? Probably not. Well, I guess we can take Letty. She might be useful. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's attack. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. If you take over all the territories around an area that has been like damaged, like that area that just got attacked. Sorry, I guess I'm getting tongue-tied here. If your territory is damaged and you take over all the territories around it, in other words, taking care of all the borders, your defense will automatically reset back to full. That's what I was trying to say. So once we take over this place, the damage they did to my to the gate will be undone. Alright, Yomu's really fast, really good at melee. She has a special ability she can use from range. Yeah, she has a special attack, a ranged melee attack. Well, it's a special melee attack that can be used at ranged, and what it does is it automatically sets her to close range as well. So it does damage and closes the distance. All the things you really need for a melee character. Hey, Mistia, I need to kill you. Meditate, okay. Wow, mind focus as well. Add a new song, so now the damage is all going to be random. Okay, that worked out well. SD is down. That's right, keep attacking medicine. that is that. Okay, we've got ourselves an infection bonus for Shikieki. Nifty. And we got Mystia. Awesome. Lady Yuko, I am terribly sorry. Because of my inexperience, I have failed to defend our territory. Yes, it was quite an experience for you. Oof. The way you are now, even being my bodyguard would be asking too much. Ugh. Perhaps I should relieve you of your duties so you will have the free time to train and become stronger and more helpful. Oh my, Yomu, are you overcome with happiness at my musings? It is the exact opposite. Why are you always like this, Lady Yuko? Am I being harsh, you say? Yumi, you did. Did you know tramping on barley makes them grow stronger? See? Oh, that's kind of weird. Please don't rub my back like that. I'm laying the foundations for you to get stronger. Alright, now you've become strong. Everyone would be really strong if it was that easy. Perhaps, but I believe such a method would be most effective for someone like you. What do you mean? Because now you know how much I worry about your matters. So, do keep it up, I'll be expecting better things from you from now on. Ah. Yes. Thank you very much. I will devote my entire life and being into doing my best for your sake. I'm ready for anything now. The formerly dejected Yomu became energetic in an instant, practically flying out of the room after giving a victory sign to her master. My, do you remember to... My, do remember to come back before dinner. So even she has been defeated by them. Perhaps it's about time I make my entrance. Okay. So yeah, if you look at the Blossom Barrier, its defense is back to 220, because there's no borders around it, anymore. Okay. Well, we did get Mystia. As you can see, Maddening Song randomizes all damage till the user's next turn. Let's see. Decent range, average defenses, okay, above average speed. She's actually kind of decent overall. So let's go ahead and persuade her. We'll go ahead and use Akiyu for the job. Well, alright. That was a rather quick decision. Reimu had plotted so long on how to convince Mystia to join her army that it was practically disappointing that she agreed so easily. Ah, do you think I'm planning something? Of course. I only helped wriggle out because she asked me to, really. Well, I do hold a grudge against you about one thing at least. That's my duty, you can't blame me for that. Fine, but in return, help me stock up on eels for my food cart. Preferably fresh ones. Aren't they out of season? That's why I need your help. Oh yeah, bring me lots of customers too. I don't care if they're yokai or human, as long as they pay. Rather demanding, aren't you? Well, I'll see what I can do. Let's work well together then. I'll start off by giving you some business. I'll like some mabushi, please. Payment first, food after. How shrewd. I don't really know much about Mystia, to be honest, so I don't know anything about that eel shop or anything. Well, it's good that she's working, I guess. Alright, so we got Mystia, and it's actually... we got a little over time, so I'll go ahead and call this a video. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Sengoku Gensokyo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.